Thank you very much. I'm glad to be part of this evening today. I was invited to come speak for just a few minutes because being a relatively recent graduate of the school here, I graduated from the Shiatsu Practice Diploma Program in the summer of 2009. It's really kind of nice because I didn't personally have the benefit of having this sort of an info session, at least myself, before I made the decision to become a part of this program. My shiatsu journey kind of began very serendipitously. That was the Christmas of 2005, and I was over at the Lonsdale Quay just down the street, and to this day I don't really remember what I was doing down there, but that's when I came across the shiatsu clinic that the shiatsu school is affiliated with at the Quay, and so I just stood there kind of watching, you know, the goings on there, you know, fairly fascinated. I said, well, I've never seen this before. I wonder what this is all about. And the more I watched, the more I wanted to experience what this is all about. So I said, okay. At the time, I think a 20-minute treatment was something on the order of $20. So I said, okay, I asked for a 20-minute treatment. And that was barely enough time, I guess, for neck and shoulders and back. And I have to say, that 20-minute shiatsu treatment, as short as it was, I was amazed. I was absolutely amazed just how much better I felt after that. I felt lighter. I felt like a real load had just been taken off, and I wasn't even aware that I'd been carrying this all around all the time until it had been removed. So I said, well, I'm going to find out more about this shiatsu therapy. And so I talked to the gentleman who performed the treatment for me that day, and that's when I found out that the clinic was associated with the school. So the very next day I made my way over here and talked with Chihara back there. And so that's when I found out about the different programs and all. I said, okay, good, I'm sold. And so I started with the foundation program. And so I guess that's another thing, because one of the nice things about the programs that Yoko Sensei just talked about is, you know, if you're a little bit unsure as to, you know, how you want to proceed, you don't really have to, you know, make a commitment for the diploma program or really any of the programs from the get-go. You can start slowly, like I did, and say, okay, let's just start with that very first program, foundation, which covers the chair shiatsu, and then you talk about the full body treatment as well. And that was an absolutely wonderful class, I thought. Really, one of the nice things is, and something that I really miss afterwards, is that, you know, you get to share full body treatments with your classmates. So once you learn that initial theory, then you spend most of the class, you'll be either giving or receiving. And then at the end of the class, you're kind of walking out here like jello. So that's one thing I definitely miss. Because now that you know, once you graduate, then that's you know, opportunities like that get a little bit fewer and far between. So, so that's how I started with the foundation class, and then I had such a wonderful time and just a lot of really neat classmates as well. So that fall, I said, okay, I'd like to continue on with the full Shiatsu Practice Diploma program. I think another thing that I really enjoyed about the way this school structured everything was that I was able to do all of this part-time. I do have another job in another industry as well, so it was nice to be able to juggle it. I said, you know, I can probably only commit to maybe 2 or 3 days a week, and so the school was able to make all of that work out. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it might even be easier now, because I notice now that I think the classes are being offered in the evenings. So I think that would make it, I think, even easier for a lot of people who do have daytime jobs and such, which would be a nice thing as well. So yeah, so we fast forward about 3 years, because it took me 3 years to finish the whole program part-time, and now I'm employed by the Japan Shiatsu Clinic, and again, that's about 1 or 2 days a week, and I'm still doing all of this part-time. But just a great experience. Going back a little to what Yoko Sensei was talking about, the practicum, it does sound like a lot, and initially I thought, oh, she said 300 full body treatments that you have to do in the school clinic before graduation, and when you're first starting out, it seems a little bit daunting. So, oh my gosh, you finally get the first one out of the way, and then you have the 5 and 10. So I got 290 more to go. But over time, it starts to go faster and faster, and then you start to appreciate, I think, the value more and more. of being able to treat all these different people, and you start to pick up certain subtleties. Everybody's a little bit different. Some people prefer harder pressure, other people prefer lighter pressure. You know, and even when you're doing the pressing, you'll start to pick up different sensations. You know, a little bit softer here, a little bit harder there. This area is a little bit warmer. This area is a little bit cooler. So, you know, and that carries over well. I think once you are finished with the program here, and then you continue your education out in the real world, and over at the professional clinic. At least the Japan Shiatsu clinic is a walk-in style clinic, so people will just show up. There's no appointments. So basically, you're committed to mentally formulating an approach on the fly, so to speak. And say, okay, well, this is how we're going to approach this person's issue in the next 10 minutes or 30 minutes or 40 minutes, however long it would last for. And so I find that I'm constantly going back to you know, the experience in the school clinic with all the 300 full body treatments. So definitely it was all part of a larger plan, obviously. But yeah, it's been a wonderful experience, and so that would have been 2009 when I finished the school here. So yeah, about a year and a half now that I've been working for the Japan Shiatsu clinic, and it's been a wonderful opportunity. Bit of a surprise too, actually, because you know when in the mall environment where the clinic is located, you know, you used to see people walking around in a normal fashion, and you know, it doesn't really occur to you normally that a lot of these people are carrying a lot of pain or discomfort, or you know, they're suffering from something, whether it's stiff shoulders or something. So to have them come here, and even if you're only able to work with them for maybe 10 minutes or 20 minutes, to be able to make that sort of a difference. I mean, we're not necessarily talking about miracles in the short term, but definitely, you know, there can be a lot of powerful positive differences that something like shiatsu therapy can do for a lot of the things that we see. Probably stiff shoulders, stiff neck, stiff lower back pain, and pain associated with sciatica, probably the top three issues that we see, and definitely, and headaches, and general stress, and definitely even in a short period of time to be able to see a client after the treatment, you know, and literally their facial expression is different. There's color that's come back to their cheeks, there's a bit of a sparkle to their eyes, and to be able to see them walk away after the treatment saying thank you so much, that's a very satisfying experience to be able to be a part of. So yeah, I don't want to talk for too long, but hopefully I was able to answer some of the questions that maybe some of you might have had in mind, and maybe if there are any other questions that anybody might have, then I'd be more than welcome to talk with you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.